The committee to deal with the attack on the US Capitol has paved the way for criminal action against the then President Donald Trump's chief of staff. The committee unanimously adopted a report on Monday evening accusing Mark Meadow of disregard for Congress. Meadows is in a unique position to provide vital information about the events of January 6th in 2021, the report said. Representative Liz Cheney said at the hearing, citing voice messages Meadows had given the committee, he had received numerous appeals at the time of the storming of the Capitol to get the president to intervene. Supporters of Trump had stormed the seat of the US Congress in Washington. 5 people were killed, including a police officer. The attack on the heart of US democracy, in which many representatives and senators feared for their lives, shook the country. Ex-President Trump had to face impeachment proceedings because of the attack, because he had previously incited his supporters in a speech. In the end, however, he was acquitted. Meadows is now believed to be a key witness to Trump's role in efforts to prevent the election of his successor, Joe Biden. He had initially resisted a summons to testify before the committee, then agreed to appear in person before changing his decision again. However, he had previously given the panel more than 9,000 documents, including emails and text messages. Now he could be prosecuted on the basis of these documents. In addition to prominent presenters of the conservative broadcaster Fox News, a son of the president, Donald Trump Jr., implored him to act. "He has to condemn this shit immediately," wrote the younger Trump to Meadows. More messages followed in which the son wrote, among other things, that the president must immediately appear in front of the cameras and address the nation. "It went too far and got out of control," Trump Jr. wrote on there was a text message, I guess. And Republican Cheney commented, "But hours passed without the president taking any action. These text messages leave no doubt the White House knew exactly what was happening here in the Capitol." In the 51-page report, the committee now sets out several questions to Meadows. The representatives wanted to know more about an email from the 62-year-old saying that the National Guard would be present on January 6th to protect pro-Trump people. Meadows also reportedly exchanged messages with an organizer of the January 6th rally and provided him with advice. Meadows justified his refusal to testify by saying that the ex-president was allowed to withhold certain information. His attorney argued that the information the committee requested was potentially confidential and that Meadows, a former senior employee of the president, could not be compelled to testify. The Democrats, on the other hand, believe that this privilege exists only for incumbent presidents, not for former presidents. With a similar argument, Trump's former chief strategist Steve Bannon had opposed cooperation with the panel. He was then accused of disregarding Congress by the House of Representatives. Bannon has been charged by the Justice Department and is now on trial. In the Meadows case, the House of Representatives is now expected to vote on an indictment on Tuesday. If convicted, the 62-year-old faces up to 12 months in prison, but a fine is more likely. Meadows has filed a lawsuit against the investigative committee himself for questioning the legality of the subpoena. Well, we will see how that one ends. I'll see you in my next video. Bis gleich.